What's the saying? If you end up in a YouTuber's apartment and they don't have any books on their shelves, don't watch their videos? I think it's something like that.
Musical theater mash.
Oh, man. I got the window open. Hold on. One of my neighbors plays the oboe, and every once in a while you can hear it coming in through the outside. You may still be able to hear it now. Remember when I used to do shows of the week like this, back at the table? This is a throwback. Hello, welcome to the vloggiest video I think I will have done ever. I passed a Patreon milestone. It's so exciting. Thank you so much to all of my Patreon patrons. Your support really, really does help. It means the world to me. And so we've passed this goal, and in a second we're gonna go through all these books on my shelf, which I think is gonna be a little embarrassing, but we'll get to that. I wanted to give you an update on a couple things. I am adding some rewards to the Patreon goals. If that interests you, you can click the Patreon link down in the description, or maybe I'll put one in a little bubble somewhere around me. Woo, click on that. Show of the Week has felt like a book club that's only one-sided, where I babble at you about a show and then we never talk about it again, and that's no fun. So once a month, I'm gonna pick one of the shows of the week that's gonna be the show of the month, and then sometime at the end of the month, we'll find a time where we can all get together in some Google Hangout and just talk musical theater for an hour. Wouldn't that be fun? And then, mostly because I needed more decoration for my wall, I've made some posters that I want to show you. This one says, Stephen Sondheim is my homeboy. Everyone's favorite diva, Patti LuPone, and it's hard to see on camera here. I'll get real close. But it's her most famous monologue printed in the back there.
Stop taking pictures right now!
How to create 3 famous diva cocktails: the Patti LuPone, the Angela Cranberry, and the Limes Gianelli. These are also added to a Patreon reward. You can check out information, or if Patreon's not your thing but you really want a poster, there's also a link down there. You can just get it on your own. You'll get a package from me with a stamp on it that I licked, or well, it might be just a sticker. That also means I have a post box now. Here's an address. If you're from somewhere far away and want to send me a postcard about whatever musical you're listening to, maybe we'll talk about them on the show or something. So here's my post box. I don't know. This is the thing. This is the thing I got now. I don't know. This is all new. I'm doing a vlog. This is all weird for me. This is all new, right? Cool. That's the updates for the channel. You want to talk about books? Let's talk about books. I've talked about these two before. Stephen Sondheim, Look, I Made a Hat, and Stephen Sondheim, Finishing the Hat. If you're a Sondheim fan, these are brilliant books. Into the Woods, the script, oh, exciting. Oh, here, second act trouble. They are articles about shows that didn't make it. Oh, this is not a book I recommend. First play in Plays in One Act is The Man Who Turned Into a Stick. After stick, it puts death in parentheses. This is so everyone deserves to have a William Shakespeare compilation. You can look them up online, but it's really easy to have them in a book. This one was actually given to me by my 8th grade English teacher, Mrs. Shreve, who I think I make fun of in one of my videos. Okay, let's look at this. Hold on. Plays I've done or been a part of. Proof, The Dining Room by A.R. Gurney. The Glass Menagerie. Do you know how many times I've read The Glass Menagerie? A Lie of the Mind, weird play. Rabbit Hole by David Lindsay Abaire. I was in this. Sirens, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Sister Mary Ignatius Explains It All for You, and The Actor's Nightmare. I have this for The Actor's Nightmare. We did that in summer theater in high school. Oh, my old Music Man. This version of The Music Man comes from the Carnegie Schuler Library in Pana, Illinois. I'm sure someone stole it. How I Learned to Drive, 3 pre-surrealist plays. Anton Chekhov, The Seagull. So I've read The Seagull and I've seen The Seagull. Seeing The Seagull is much more fun than reading The Seagull. The House of Blue Leaves, Rumors. Senior year of high school. Awful stage directions written in my awful high school chicken scrawl. Bill W. and Dr. Bob. I was on run crew for that. One night, it was probably a matinee. There were a bunch of old people in the audience, and the bed comes out and back on like 7 different times, and we push it out and we hear this tiny old lady voice in the background goes, "Ooh, here comes the bed again." We just burst out laughing in darkness. Hilarious. Doubt, a parable. I think the play's better than the movie. Harvey, about the rabbit. Woman in Mind, weird play. The Yellow Boat, the other time I made my mother cry on stage. Watch The Crucible. Don't read The Crucible. Reading The Crucible is boring. You Can Take It With You has been the #1 most done high school straight play for like 5 decades. I don't know what that is. Death of a Salesman, because everyone owns Death of a Salesman. Waiting for Godot. Watch it, don't read it. Amadeus. La 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 la. Junk, 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 junk. Cool. Let me get another pile. So many books. Michael Shirtliff's Audition. Here's another book I got as a gift. It's a coffee table book. Broadway musicals. It's got like 101 of the greatest shows of all time. I like it for the pictures. Careers in technical theater. I am a techie deep down at heart. Oh, well, and here's Sweeney Todd. I've done some markup. 13, because everyone needs 13. I don't know why I have this. There was an old bookstore in my college town that would have like 2-cent books that they put out on the sidewalk cart, and you'd pay 2 cents for it, and you'd get the book. This is Great Musicals of the American Theater, Volume 2. David Ives, great short play writer. The Backstage Handbook. Techies, people who are backstage, people who want to be backstage, this is a book you need. An Actor Prepares, Konstantin Stanislavski. A little dense, had to read it in college. It's okay. I hope this, if you're still watching this, thank you for watching. I hope this is interesting. Rhyming Dictionary, lyricists out there. Lyricists out there. There is nothing wrong with looking up rhymes in a rhyming dictionary. I'm sure I read this. I don't remember reading it. Mackers, couple copies of Mackers. I'm not terribly superstitious. Macbeth was actually one of the first plays I was in. In 8th grade, I ran sound and I played the Drunken Porter, and I've been playing alcoholics on stage ever since. Michael Frayn, I never know how to say his name, but he wrote Noises Off. If you like theater and have not watched the movie version of Noises Off, I highly recommend it. Is There Life After High School is a fantastic Craig Carnelia musical, excuse me. He's the guy who did Working. It's a multi-scene, like, memory musical about what it was like to be in high school. It's great music. We did it senior year of high school, which made it very sentimental. It's lots of fun. Actors Equity Association Agreement and Rules Governing Employment in Non-Resident Dramatic Stock. That looks exciting. Assassins. Assassins is a great musical. If you haven't listened to Assassins, you should listen to Assassins. The It Gets Better book. I have another copy of this that sits on my desk at school. This is a good book to put on your shelf, just in case the question comes up, just in case you need to hand it to a kid, because it does get better. It gets so much better. Good book. And Bogart, Viewpoints, Backwards and Forwards, great book, a technical manual for reading plays, take 10-minute plays, laugh lines, short comic plays, The History Boys, The Collected Plays of Neil Simon, Volume 1. What is this book? See, this is the embarrassing part. I don't know what this is. I'll never know. 6 Degrees of Separation, A Life by Hugh Leonard, no idea. The Life and Adventures of Nicholas Nickleby, Aquis, a show, I might be sharing too much, a show I made it to final callbacks for in college. I made it to final callbacks for Alan. Terrifying. If you don't know why that's terrifying, Google Equus. 5 great modern Irish plays from the Modern Library. Uta Hagen, Respect for Acting, another leftover college book. Sorry, MTI, it's a libretto for Rent. Probably should have returned that. I got another one here for Mary Poppins. Whoopsies! Understanding Plays, Used. These probably cost far too much money when I was in college. Fool for Love by Sam Shepard. Sylvia. This is about the dog. I think they're reviving that. Another copy of Mackers. I just have these sitting around all over the place. You can never read Hamlet too many times. Now it's Hamlet. Let's make an omelet. Ugh. This is an old scene construction book. I think it's like a junior high textbook. If that's you, Candace Burnworth, I have your book. So here's another one, the Stagecraft Handbook. The Health and Safety Guide for Film, TV, and Theater. Boring. My friends, when they come over, they make fun of the stupid encyclopedias I have. This is the Encyclopedia of Furniture. Stage makeup. I did really badly in stage makeup in college. That's the end of that story. Lighting handbooks. and lighting books. I love lighting. I wish I had more opportunities to do lighting design. I think lighting design and musical theater are two art forms that go together really well, and people don't talk about that very often. Technical Design Solutions for Theater, Volumes 1 and 2. Drafting for the theater. If you're a techie and you're not learning how to hand draft, teach yourself how to hand draft. Structural design for the stage, or how to build things so they don't fall down. Oh! Back before I was a techie, when I used to sing, I still sing, just not very much anymore. The Contemporary Singing Actor, the Gershwin Collection, Musical Theater Anthology for Teens. These are in some of my old audition sheets. You know, these were my book. 10 Great Musicals of the American Theater. I'm sure this was another 2-cent book. Oh look, there's Merms! See it right there? Hey! Two Gentlemen of Verona. The only Shakespeare I've ever lighting designed. You can tell I've lighting designed it because in Act 1, Scene 1, it says over the thing, evening. I take great notes. Pocket Ref. Say you want to know the half-lives of different radioisotopes. That's in here. How to tie different types of knots. The different gauges of steel wire. Different types of alloys you can use to solder. Hand signals for how to use a crane. Different types of concrete, like all sorts of stuff. If you are, like me, a high school tech director, The Perfect Stage Crew, go read it right now. This is a book about doing stage crew in high school. Another book that every theater teacher needs, Viola Spolin's Improvisation. Viola Spolin's Improvisation for the Theater, affectionately referred to by me and my friends as the Substitute Teacher book. The Backstage Guide to Stage Management, best stage management book there is. And last, and certainly not least, everyone's favorite book to point out when they come over to my apartment, the Source Book of Decorative Stone. Because you never know when you're gonna need to know what English alabaster looks like. And that's why you have the Source Book of Decorative Stone. So, that's been a tour of my bookcase. I hope it was at least half as entertaining for you as it was for me. Check out my Patreon if you like what I do, if you want to find a way to support me. I've added all those new great goals that can be yours right now. All you have to do is click on the link. I've got a couple other great, wonderful, secret big projects in the work that I can't tell you about quite yet, but really soon. Really soon, y'all. Good stuff's coming. Stay tuned. I'll see you next time.